It was supposed to be the first overnight shift here at Dollar Tree, but for 4 employees, it turned into a night of terror they will never forget. The small Dollar Tree store located on the outskirts of town had been in operation for years. Most of its staff have heard rumors that the building was haunted, strange noises after closing, items mysteriously moving or falling off shelves, and cold drafts on still nights. But no one really believed the tales. After all, how could a place as ordinary as a discount store be haunted? The night crew, Samantha, Chris, Gina, and Marcus, arrived for their shift just before midnight. They're tasked to reorganize inventory and prepare the store for a new shipment arriving the next morning. The night seemed uneventful at first, with the usual small talk and laughter breaking the night's quiet storm. While stocking shelves, but as the hours ticked by, the atmosphere began to shift. Around 1 a.m., the first sign of trouble appeared. Samantha, working near the back of the store, noticed something out of the corner of her eye. An entire row of Dollar Tree figurines seemed to tilt and then crash to the floor. Startled, she called out to Chris, who was working in the aisle next to her. "Did you see that?" she asked, her voice trembling slightly. Chris shrugged. "It's probably nothing, just an old shelf or something." But Samantha wasn't convinced. There was no reason for the shelf to collapse on its own. She carefully picked up the fallen items, placing them back on the shelf, but the uneasy feeling in her stomach wouldn't go away. Moments later, Marcus, who had been working in the stockroom, came out pale-faced. "Did any of you hear that?" he asked. "Hear what?" Gina asked, rolling her eyes. She had no time for ghost stories. "It sounded like whispering. I swear someone was back there." Gina laughed it off, calling it Marcus overacting imagination. But Samantha and Chris exchanged nervous glances. Something wasn't right. By 2 a.m., the unexplainable occurrences started happening more frequently. Lights flickered overhead, and the store's outdated speaker system started crackling, as if a distant, unintelligible voice was trying to speak through it. Gina, now visibly shaken, had been restocking a candy aisle when she noticed a sudden chill in the air. It was late summer and the store was notoriously warm, especially with the broken AC. But this was different, like icy fingers brushing her skin. She turned around to see that the candy she had just restocked was now scattered across the floor. "That's it," Gina said, her voice cracking. "I'm not staying in this store." But leaving wasn't an option if she wanted to keep her job, because no one was allowed to leave the store unsupervised during an overnight shift. Desperate for answers, Marcus suggests they check the security footage. As the group huddled around the small security monitor in the back office, they rewound the footage to see what might have caused the strange occurrences. And that's when they saw it. 3 shadowy figures, faint but unmistakably, moving between the aisles when no one else was there. They drifted through the store like a cold mist, passing by shelves and making objects tremble in its wake. Gina gasps, "Who is that?" "There's no one else here," Marcus whispered. "Those things, whatever they are, is inside with us." Suddenly, the store PA system crackled up life again, and this time a single word came through clearly: "Leave!" And it kept repeating itself: "Leave! Leave! Leave!" getting louder and louder over the speakers until it suddenly stopped. The employees spent the next few hours in pure terror, huddled together and refusing to go back out into the aisles. The sound of the distant footsteps echoed from the back of the store, followed by the eerie clattering of items falling off the shelves. Every now and then they could swear they heard faint laughter, like children playing somewhere far away in the toy aisle, saying, "Do you want to play? Do you want to play? Hey, mister! Hey, mister! Do you want to play?" At 5 a.m., the supervisor ran to unlock the front door as their shift ended. Exhausted and terrified, they bolted out the exit without looking back. The next morning, the manager found the store in complete disarray. She was confused when none of the night shift workers showed up for their next scheduled shifts ever again. Though they never returned to Dollar Tree, the 4 employees couldn't shake the feeling that something outworldly had taken over residence in the store. A presence that didn't like to be disturbed during the night. To this day, the locals still whisper about the haunted Dollar Tree, and no one, and I mean no one, ever volunteers to work the overnight shift.